In a recent video, I briefly spoke about burning out in photography and how it differed from being in a creative rut. When you're in a creative rut, you're still hoping to get new ideas and continue working on projects, and your love for photography hasn't gone. But when you've become truly burnt out in photography, that hope has gone, and so potentially has the love for it. It may affect your passion for photography as a whole, or just select parts of it which can severely hinder your progression. You may be burnt out with editing or interacting with clients, for example, and even if photography is your hobby or your career, it can have a severe impact and lead to you giving up on it altogether. Being overworked is one of the biggest causes. It causes stress, lack of sleep, and starts to eat away at your free time. It's too difficult to live like this constantly, and so as you once again get to work, the effort becomes harder and harder until eventually you cross that threshold and begin to ask yourself if you're enjoying this anymore, if this is really what you want to be doing. A lack of creative fulfillment is also an issue. You love photography, but have been set project after project with themes and subjects that you have no interest in, and then photography begins to feel like a job that you're bored with, and your enthusiasm gets severely impacted, leading to burnout once again. Constant high-pressure situations, struggling to supply a high demand, not getting recognition, all of these things may cause you to get burnt out with photography, and that can lead you to stopping it altogether. To recognise it occurring is going to go a long way into preventing burnout. There are several ways that symptoms can appear. Physically, you may feel this constant fatigue, but it's only present when you're doing photography. You have enough energy for the gym or when you're doing a hobby, but the moment you go to pick up your camera, there's just this instant energy drain. In fact, you might not even make it to your camera. The fatigue might actually make you feel as if you don't have the energy to do photography today, so you just leave it, and those instances begin to become more consecutive and lead you to stopping altogether. So recognize when you are feeling that fatigue and your enthusiasm is beginning to consistently lack. For professionals, you may begin to start missing deadlines. This is a slippery slope, because the more you let the work pile up, the more stressed you become, and the quicker you burn out. Even in the professional world, you're enthusiastic about what you do. You don't mind getting up early or finishing late because you love photography, you love your job. This in turn helps you finish projects on time, get work back to clients, and the work doesn't pile up. So you'll need to recognise when you're beginning to procrastinate. Once or twice is fine, of course, we are human and we do get tired generally. But what you are looking for is procrastination becoming habitual. Another sign in the professional world of photography is that you are beginning to decline jobs, and the justification for declining these jobs is something that you know deep down isn't right. You wouldn't have come up with this reason back when you were happy with your photography. Reasons such as "this job isn't for me" or "I don't have the time right now" when you know that you do, are both clear signs that you are starting to burn out. If you've noticed any of these symptoms, then the first thing you need to do is try and take a break. This is easier for the hobbyist than the professional, who is relying on photography as their income source, so I will elaborate on that further in a moment. But for those who can afford to, take a break and start to ease yourself back into photography once you feel those energy levels have restored. You can introduce yourself back into photography with something exciting, such as a trip or trying out something new. It will be a nice refreshing change and a great way to get that ball rolling and build up that momentum. As for the length of the break, it will differ, but perhaps set yourself time off, taking a complete rest until your next trip is scheduled. As for those who rely on photography as an income, you obviously cannot just stop. Therefore, a different approach will be required. A reassessment of your work-life balance may be what is required. You may need to decline a few jobs in order for you to get caught up on your existing work, and take a look at your schedule and set designated work hours for your week. Lately, I've been working 7 days a week, and I knew that if I were to continue on that stretch, there would be a danger of me getting burnt out. So I've reduced my schedule, made some room, and reduced the need to work on weekends. It may still occur from time to time, but I'm okay with that. Otherwise, for professionals, look to outsource some work, and look at your time management. Can you batch the editing process of several projects together? Can you tie in 2 shoots on the same day with minimal change in setup? And honestly, the biggest thing to do is to prioritise your health. That goes for all people feeling the effects of burnout no matter what they're doing. Your sleep, physical and mental health may be taking a toll, and the worse the health gets in those areas, the more exacerbated burnout becomes. Set yourself strict time to focus on your health. It may feel frustrating because you don't want to be out taking a walk or heading to the gym because you know you have so much that you need to do. So instead, consider your health as part of your business. Bad health is bad for business. Good health is good for business. It's as simple as that. If you're not experiencing burnout but are worried about it happening, just keep an eye on your work-life balance with photography. Working 7 days a week may feel okay for now, but ask yourself if this is something you will enjoy further down the road. Can you keep it up consistently? Also, something that I've found really helpful is to keep a hobby outside of photography, and if that hobby is health related, then you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Having a break from photography throughout your week to have fun doing something else you love is a great way to avoid burnout. Other than that, keep a supportive network of friends and other creatives to help talk through any frustrations you are feeling, and make sure you keep trying new and exciting things within photography, such as shooting whole different genres or visiting new places to help break up that monotony. So if you're experiencing burnout or notice that symptoms are developing, I wish you the very best to overcome it. You can certainly be done. Burnout is not the be all and end all. And by taking breaks or reassessing your work-life balance, you can go a long way to help getting past it, to rebuilding that momentum and getting back doing what you love. I hope that you found something useful in this video, and until next time, I'll be back again soon with some more Luminar Neo tips, tricks and tutorials, so I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.